you to express yourself in a certain way?
As a woman.
Oh my god.
As a woman.
You're as
a
young
Xhosa
black woman.
Black woman. Of course we feel the pressure to act a certain way, you know. But I'm grateful to say that I come from a family that embraces individuality, a family that embraces independence, a family that is very opinionated, a family that's very smart, a family that understands that outside of us. Yeah, but sometimes it will be hard for the people around you to accept some of the things that you do or the ways that you go about doing some things. But stay firm in that. Now I understand that you're your own person outside of everyone, and also understand that your opinions exist, or your reality and the world exists outside of your opinions. So that means to stay in your lane, do whatever, and understand that even societal norms were set by someone, were set by a group of people. So do whatever the fuck you want.
No, set your own reality.
Do whatever feels good to you, wear whatever you want, do whatever you want in order to fulfill your purpose. If we're supposed to all act a certain way, if we're all supposed to not get piercings, not get tattoos, like wear long dresses, I'm not saying that's wrong, that is great, that is awesome, that is beautiful, but that doesn't resonate with who I am, you know, and I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to be a certain way just to make people feel comfortable, just to blend in. I'm not the one.
You're not the one.
Not the one.
Oh, okay.
Do you feel this pressure to act a certain way? Of course. And like, and shit like that, and no one's gonna marry you when you're acting like that.
I don't give a fuck.
Bro, do you understand?
I think personally, I feel pressure in the sense of I am 22.
Oh,
Right.
yeah,
I'm 22. There's a lot that goes on when you're 22 and when you're in like a student, when you're
a
girl.
You're supposed to do
Yeah, well,
this. You're supposed
so
to act
like
like this.
you're a girl, first of all. Secondly, you're 22. Thirdly, you're broke, you know, and you're a student, and it's like when you put all of that, that's just other people's opinions.
Certain expectations
exactly
already come
what
to play.
You could find out what you expect from yourself is just to be happy. That's it.
That's it.
And for other people, they expect you to already be here. Hello. You know, you should be here now. You should be doing this now. You should
be
like
to do this now.
Do you understand? And it's like, it's so crazy. Exactly, but that's none of my business because I'm not trying to be employed. Do you understand? I don't even want to be employed.
Do you understand?
Yeah, well, so it's like I feel like most of the things that we do as young people are things that we have to do. Yeah, well, and because that's
things that
we're in
society
a
tells
rat
us
race. Yeah,
we have to do.
Exactly.
For instance, school.
It's like we're in a rat race and trying to complete another person's race. It's like this is a maze that was set by some person who definitely did not go through all the same process that we're going through. Because
Definitely.
A lot of things that are happening and the norms are they're set by people that are probably gone. I mean, and I think also like being like a woman and you're expected, man. I think the time when people were like, okay, I'm gonna grow up, get married, have kids, whatever. Marriage is not an achievement for me. I don't feel like it's something that I have to achieve, and then I'll be like, this is part.
Fulfilled.
Yeah, but this is part of my success thingies. Yeah, but I don't want to be successful in a relationship. Do you understand? I want to be in a relationship and be in love. I'm not trying to achieve it
outside.
Exactly, you know. So it's like as a woman, if you don't have kids by my age, you know,
you don't prioritize having kids at all. It's like, what's
and
wrong with
you don't even have a stable relationship. You're not even planning on.
I'm not even gonna get into that. People are like, are you okay? Like, You're a band.
Like, you're not even counting on even getting into a relationship because that's not what you're focused on right now. And it's like,
Not
but you're
right
a girl,
now,
what's your
bro.
problem?
Exactly.
You're trying to act like a man. You know? And you need to conform to the things that other people expect for women.
That's another thing, right? Yazi, the best way to experience the world, I've learned, is to just meet people without having expectations. Like when you want someone to introduce themselves to you, then open up to them. Don't expect them to get you right away, or don't expect to get them right away. Don't expect them to act a certain way. Don't think they're predictable. I always tell people, okay, not everyone, but I always encourage people to just leave me a little room to reintroduce myself again, because I'm always growing. So don't expect this is how I'm going to act. And I hate being predictable. This is just who I am, you know? So give people the room to be themselves. Give people room to grow. Give people room to express themselves and to just be free. That's also very important. We have to let people be free. We have to understand that this person is outside of me. So if today they choose to act a certain way, they're not hurting anyone. You need to respect that.
And I think also, even though we know we don't owe people anything, because I think the world doesn't owe you anything, but I think you also owe it to yourself to be kind and gentle to other people, because like you said, if you love yourself,
very true.
It'll be easy for you to treat other people the way you
and
want.
God is looking, man. Even if that person doesn't reciprocate that energy, trust me, baby. Trust me, babe. It's gonna come back. It's gonna come back.
The universe is always watching.
Exactly.
It always gives you what you call upon your life, whether you call it by verbally or call it by your actions, how you treat other people.
And that's why we need to
Tenfold
understand,
back.
Gotibana, we are very powerful.
Yeah.
We are very powerful like that. When you share kindness, when you share love with other people, when you pride yourself in being a kind person, a good person, and being gentle with yourself and with people, that's all you're going to get back. I'm not saying life will be easy. Life will never be easy, you know, because life is not about work. But it'll be better. The world will be kinder to you in a way.
And I think
especially
also,
if you're connected to the higher power, because even when I have it bad, I have it easy, because
even when I have it bad, I have it easy. It's a song.
Like, yes, like I can get over it. Like, I'll be okay. I've been through some gruesome shit, but hey, I'm good now. Okay.
But that's true though. Like, I feel like when it's that thing of like, I don't think that it's okay for you as a person to just be alive. Do you understand? I feel like you have to have it. You have to have a basis of your living. Do you understand? I mean, some sort of spiritual form is very, very important. You have to believe in something beyond yourself. Like,
even if it's yourself.
Like, like that's what I'm saying. Like, beyond yourself. The self that you see, right? Yeah, it's very important to have,
guys,
like,
please just try to open yourself up to the spiritual world in whatever way that works for you, that works for your soul, that works for your spirit. But whatever keeps your spirit alive, whatever ignites the spark inside of you, do it, because it'll help to just spread the fire throughout your life, spread the fire in other aspects of your life, and you will just burn, man. So burn on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's the secret to living and being rich.
Yes.
To be rich. Follow these tips. Anyway, how does self-love, self-awareness, and self-expression work together?
I feel like we already spoke about it.
They work together.
They work together because when you're aware of how certain things affect you, aware of how you affect other people, you're able to control. You're able to have some sense of control. You know, you're able to be, when you're conscious of how things play out, you're able to be actively involved. Do you get me?
In yourself.
Rather than, even in the situation, rather than saying, I don't know how this happened. You get to understand how this happened, and you get to understand how to prevent it from happening again. And you get to know what to do in order to get you where you want to be. Do you get me? And you get to feed yourself only what your soul needs. You're able to filter your who you spend time with. You're able
Yeah.
to filter the content that you watch, the content that you listen to, everything. You're able to just give yourself. I'm not saying these things are easy. They're not sometimes, because it means sometimes you have to cut off people. You know, it means sometimes that you have to refrain from going to certain places, indulging in certain activities. But that's okay, because you're working on yourself here. It's okay because you're working on your growth here. It's okay because this is all about you, you know, and your higher self and your purpose. And I don't think anyone wants to live this life just to waste it. I feel like we all want to leave a mark somewhere, somehow, you know. So work towards that, and to hell what anyone thinks.
I think also the problem is like it's very easy to be caught up in other people's lives. Like for instance, if you're trying to work on yourself and when you're making that decision, you're sure, okay, this is what I want to achieve, do you understand, with myself. It's very easy for people to look at someone else's progress or like their journey on how they work on themselves. Other people work on themselves to get more money. Other people work on themselves to be less depressed. Do you understand? Other people work on themselves to get to a certain level of comfort in their life. Now, when you're going to compare your process to another person who has a different mission for their life, it's very easy to get lost in that, and then you feel like you don't have a purpose because you're trying to chase another person's purpose.
Even when their purpose is not so different from yours, because I believe when you're coming into the person that you're supposed to be, you meet people that have similar purposes. Yeah, well, you meet people that are on the same life path as you, yeah, boy, because they're supposed to help you grow and you're supposed to help them grow, yeah, boy. Meet people in a way that will kind of help you from time to time.
Exactly.
But it's easy for you to get lost in that. It's easy for me, for instance, she's a musician, I'm a musician, she has projects out, me not yet. Now, if I was another person, I would have been depressed about it. Sitting, I would have been depressed about it, and I would have been saying, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm not making any progress, and you know. But now I understand what's going on. I understand why I'm going gali pace near mangayo. I understand that this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm meant to do, and this is what I'm going to do. Whatever she's doing because she's getting hers.
Yes.
And I'm happy for her, I'm celebrating her. That's another crucial thing. Be able to celebrate people, be able to just be happy for people outside of yourself. If when things are not great, go in there. Understand that when you're not feeling good, you don't really feel like
that's
being
when you
amongst
should give
people
yourself
sometimes.
time
I will give yourself time, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't continue to
interact with people or be happy for other people.
be happy for other people, to share positive vibes with other people, to just take yourself outside. You need to be conscious that I'm a person outside of who's nice. So whatever's happening in Bomingasnai should not affect whatever's happening in Bomingbam should not affect what's happening in Bomingasnai, because now that's being selfish.
Should I answer? Okay. I think they work together because you are aware. Like you are aware. You know, I think being aware helps the two things. I think because being aware means you actually have to be cautious of
Yourself.
all the things that go on
And how
in
you work with yourself.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
so when you know who you are, and knowing who you are doesn't mean you too predictable to yourself too. It just means that even when things that surprise you happen, you know how to handle that. You know how to be gentle with yourself. Do you understand? So when you are aware, you are able to appreciate. And when you appreciate yourself, you're able to love yourself. And when you love yourself, you're able to express yourself in the way that you want to express yourself. Yeah, well, and I think everything goes perfectly well when you have a common ground with yourself, when you have a specific ground and where you can get your source of power and source of being.
When you know
Hence
where
the
to meet yourself
emphasis.
when you need
Exactly.
rejuvenation.
Hence the emphasis on believing in something greater than your physical being. Do you understand? Like she said, it could be yourself. You know? Your spiritual being is like 1,000-fold greater than your physical being. Now when you believe in that so much and get that as a source of power, it's easy for you to be aware, be cautious, be loving, and also be expressive of your true self.
Yeah.
That's it. Subscribe.
That's it, subscribe!
Yeah, there's nowhere else. Subscribe. We get more of this.
Okay, guys, that was the last question, right?
Yeah, subscribe.
Okay, so subscribe. We done. But yeah, guys, thank you for tuning in. I had so much fun. This was really interesting. But this is like, we have this type of conversations all the time. So I thought it would be really interesting.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, thank you for joining us. Thank you. I hope you have a great day,
Thanks for following
a great night, a great morning. And please follow my baby. And yeah, man, bye.